Now, Sandy and I would like to introduce you to our sons, two of our sons, Spencer and Elliot Perry.
Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Spencer Perry. This is my twin brother, Elliot Perry, and we're two of Chris and Sandy's very, very proud sons. On behalf of myself and my twin brother, I just want to say how incredibly proud we are of our parents. We love them, we love our family, and we look forward to the day when we will be treated equally, just like our neighbors' families. Thank you so much.
That's pretty good. Welcome back to Hardball. Today, the plaintiffs in Hollingsworth, Perry versus Perry, more commonly known as the Prop 8 case, showed what a family rooted in same-sex marriage actually looks like. And it was impossible to miss the love those two kids had for their parents, their mothers. Court decisions can create political movements in reaction to them. For example, 3 key Supreme Court rulings in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s had significant influence in building today's Republican coalition. Take Brown versus Board of Education back in 1954. The civil rights decision helped shift the South to the Republican Party. The 1962 Supreme Court decision banning organized prayer in public schools sparked the creation of the Mormon. And Roe v. Wade, of course, in 1973, helped push cultural conservatives to the Republican side. Well, given that history, what the Supreme Court decides on Prop 8, on the Defense of Marriage Act as well, which will be considered tomorrow, could have profound political implications stretching far beyond gays and lesbians who want to marry. Brian Silva is Executive Director of Marriage Equality USA. Let's talk to you about that. Suppose the court comes out with a narrow decision, which it looks like they're headed towards basically shooting down, chopping down, getting rid of Prop 8. You can get married in California if you're the same sex. Is that going to energize the right?
Yeah, I think that so many people on the right have already moved into the pro-marriage equality camp that I think that number of folks is really...
Who are these people?
We have Senator Rob Portman.
Yeah, you're naming one or two. Come on, somebody on the right.
You've got an amicus brief signed by over 100 prominent Republicans that they filed with the Supreme Court. You've got state-level Republicans.
Which Republican candidate last time was for same-sex marriage?
Well, none of them...
Which one in history?
Well, Mitt Romney, I guess at one point in Massachusetts was for marriage equality, and then he was against it. But
see my point?
Yeah, but I think that the thing is that the party is still shifting, and whether it starts at the top or it starts at the bottom, we're seeing it from the bottom. My home state of New York, we had 4 Republican state senators that came out in favor of marriage equality, helped us pass it 2 years ago. So we are seeing...
How many Republican senators are there in the legislature in Albany?
In Albany, they're the majority right now. They are at 30 plus, I think. Yeah,
4 out of 30.
Yeah.
And they got a little boost from Andrew, didn't they?
Well, they did. But you know what? Hey, folks working together.
Okay, so you think your bottom line here, and you're for marriage equality,
Absolutely.
is that you don't think the Republican Party will, for example, on their platform next time, when they put a candidate out there, whether it's Rand Paul or anybody, it could be Chris Christie, do you think they'll take a position supportive or somewhat fudging the issue?
Well, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that they will. I mean,
well, that's true, but what's it mean politically? Do you think they will?
I think eventually they will. I think that's the direction they're moving.
2016, we talked about
2016 is a tough call. I don't know. It's hard to look down. If the court rules that way, if more states continue, we're very close in Illinois, Rhode Island, Minnesota, Delaware, all these states.
Who would you recommend the next Republican candidate for president, he or she, once they're up there on the platform, once they're the nominee? Should they support marriage equality? Do you think it's politically smart for them to take that and basically echo the Democratic nominee who will, if it's Hillary Clinton, has already done it?
I think so. I mean, I really think that when you look at the age demographics, the folks, the younger folks, yeah, they're moving, but they're moving up. The folks that are in favor of marriage equality are sticking around.
Do you think this will be a debating issue? Let me just tell you how frequently it was recently. I'm sorry, I keep saying 2008, 2004, 2004, Ohio. Lost by John Kerry because of a big ballot initiative on the ballot that time. The voters were being asked basically to come out for an anti-same-sex marriage ban. It killed them in that state.
Absolutely. And just until recently, Ohio's numbers when it came to marriage equality were under 50%. And just in the past few months, the polls coming out of there are showing it over 50%.
So it's moving.
It's moving. It's moving. You got a big ground game going on in Ohio. Lots of folks working on the issue.
Well, you're a great promoter. I wish you well.
Thank you very much.
I'm not sure you're right about the Republican Party, though, but I wish you well. Well, today on Morning Joe, Nicole